everyone, and welcome back to EduRise. We're still busy with question 1 from the November 2024 Civil Technology Woodworking paper. And now we're moving on to question 1.4. This question focuses on cured concrete, and you'll notice it has two sub-questions, 1.1.4 and 1.1.2. Let's go through them carefully. Now, in 1.1.4, they say, explain the effect of cured concrete on steel reinforcement. This question is all about why curing is so important when working with reinforced concrete. When we say curing, we mean keeping the concrete moist and protected for a certain period after it's placed, so it can reach its full strength. So for 1.4.1, the effect of a cured concrete on a steel reinforcement is that it improves the protection against rust. Because when concrete is properly cured, it forms a dense, solid cover around the steel bars. That cover stops water and oxygen from getting in, which prevents rust and corrosion. However, if the concrete is not cured properly, tiny cracks can form, water seeps in, and the steel starts rusting from inside. So the key idea is that curing prevents corrosion and increases durability of the structure. Now we're in 1.4.2. Explain the advantages of cured concrete in terms of the weight it can carry. Here we're looking at the strength aspect of curing. When concrete is cured properly, the chemical reaction between cement and water, called hydration, continues fully. That reaction is what gives concrete its strength. Because if concrete dries out too quickly or is not cured, it becomes weak, brittle, and cracks easily, meaning it won't carry as much weight. So curing is not just about preventing cracks, it's about achieving the full load-bearing strength that the engineer designed the structure for. So the correct answer is curing can carry more weight. So summary for question 1.4 is that curing concrete keeps it moist so it hardens properly, and it improves the steel inside from corrosion, and lastly, it gives the concrete its full strength so it can carry heavy loads safely. Alright, now that we've finished with curing concrete in question 1.4, let's move on to the next part, question 1.5, which deals with instruments used on a construction site. Question 1.5. Differentiate between a multi-detector and a laser level in terms of their use. This question is all about understanding what each of these tools does and how they're used differently. Let's start with the multi-detector. So for a multi-detector, we can say it can be used to determine distances to and from an object. And for a laser level, we can say it can be used to indicate horizontal and vertical levels or slopes. And guys, when you see differentiate between, always give a clear function for each. One line each is perfect. Okay, now we're in question 1.6, where they say describe two uses of the dumpy level. Now we're talking about surveying instruments. A dumpy level is a tool used to measure heights, differences, and establish level surfaces on site. You'll usually see the dumpy level mounted on a tripod, and it's used together with a telescopic staff to take height readings. So in short, it is used to measure height differences and to set out level horizontal lines. So let's write our answers in terms of A and B. For A, we can say it can be used to determine the levels, and in B, it can also be used to transfer levels and heights. Now, before we describe how we'll take care of a telescopic staff, let's first ask ourselves, what is a telescopic staff? So remember when you said it is used with a damper level when measuring height. So basically, the telescopic staff is that long measuring pole used together with a damper level. It slides in and out and is marked with measurements. So when taking care of telescopic staff, you must clean the tool after use. And also the staff must always be folded when it is transported. A quick recap from question 1.5 to question 1.7. We stated the uses of a multi-detector, that it finds hidden metal or cables inside a wall, and also the use of a laser level, that it projects a straight level line for alignment. And we also stated for damper level that it measures heights, differences, and sets out levels. And lastly, we stated that it must be kept clean, straight, protected for accurate measurements. And that's the end of question 1 from the November 2024 Civil Technology Woodworking paper. By now, we've covered everything from general safety and scaffolding to cured concrete and leveling instruments. These are all basic but essential construction skills. So make sure you understand what each tool does and why we use it. It's not about memorizing, it's about understanding the purpose behind every process. If you find this video helpful, in the next session, we'll be moving on to question 2. Thanks for watching Edurise, and remember, preparation builds confidence.